welcome back to my channel today. I am going to bring you something a little bit new here. It's new for me. I've never tried HelloFresh. I've always wanted to try it, so I thought I would give it a try. My aunt actually started a subscription. She gave me a code to get $40 off, so I said, why not give it a roll, give it a try. So basically I got 3 meals for the week. I've already unboxed it, so I just kind of want to show you what comes in a box. It was packed really well. It comes with these, it had 2 of these ice packs in it. So if you're not home when it's delivered, these things, your ingredients will stay cold because both of them are still pretty frozen and I've had them out for several hours. So it was packaged really well. The 3 things that I got this week was a chipotle steak. The recipe, everything, all the ingredients are on the front. On the back are the instructions. So I got a chipotle steak with the poblano corn and crispy potato hash. That sounds delicious. A crispy Parmesan chicken with garlic herb couscous and lemony roasted green beans. So that's what it looks like, and then the instructions. And I got chicken cheddar fajitas with bell pepper lime crema and pickled jalapeno. Delicious as well. So I just kind of wanted to show you how it comes packed. I chose to do today, which I'm going to share with you, the chipotle steak. I'm in the mood for some beef. So you get a bag labeled clearly what the meal is, and all of your ingredients minus the meat are in this bag. So the meat is packaged separately under a nice ice pack, and here's the beef. It looks very fresh, really good. So I open this up and I have my onion, my potatoes, my lime, my corn. So all the ingredients are in here. One thing I noticed is that I think they always give you a little coupon or knick-knack or something. So they gave me a coupon for a free bottle of any Nando's peri-peri sauce, and they also gave me 2 free samples. And this is the medium sauce looks like. So I thought that was pretty neat. At least you can try it and see what you like. So we're going to just get started. I'm going to look at the instructions, see what I need to do, and we're going to do this together and see how it comes out. So I just want to give you an up-close look at the recipe card. Nice pictures. It tells you down here everything that you would get in your bag. Okay, it tells you the prep time, total cooking time, and how many calories. And I think that is so great because I am on a weight loss journey, and I really need to know how much I'm eating and what the calories are, and so this is really good for me. The back of the card has your steps. I mean, step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps. I mean, they're clearly labeled, and you just go through each step and let you know what you have to do. The other thing that I thought was very helpful was it tells you everything that you're going to need to prepare this meal. That's in addition to what they provide: your pans, your bowls, you know, salt and pepper. They give you seasonings, but the only thing they don't give you the standard seasonings is salt and pepper, because everyone should have that. And then your ingredients. So I also wanted to show everything that was in the bag. Here's the bag: chipotle steak. Everything that was in here were the potatoes, the corn, because what's served with this is a poblano corn and crispy potato hash. So this is everything that you need. Here's your chipotle powder seasonings, the sour cream that you're going to need. They even give you the beef stock concentrate that you're going to need. But look how fresh. I mean, I'm impressed with how fresh these vegetables are. I mean, they're great. And then there's the beef. So we're going to get started on step 1, which is really just the prep. It's cutting up the potatoes and all of your, pretty much your vegetables. So we're going to do that, and then the next step is to get the potatoes in the oven to roast. Okay, so let's get started. So I finished step 1. I finally cut up the poblano pepper. The instructions said to cut up 1/2 of the onion, slice it, and the other half to dice it. So that's what I did. I cut up the potatoes, and I have drained the corn. So I am finished with step 1, which was the prep. So now we're going to move on to seasoning the potatoes and get them into the oven. Okay, so we're going to season the potatoes. The instruction says salt, pepper, and olive oil, and I'm going to be very honest. I use a lot of different seasonings, especially on my potatoes, but I want to stay true to the recipe, so I'm just going to put those 3 things on it, and we'll see how it turns out. So, I'm going to salt, and then pepper, and then I'm going to drizzle with olive oil. And I'm just going to toss that around, and I'm going to get it in the oven. Okay, so we've heated up the olive oil in the pan. So now it says to add the poblano and the sliced onion. And you're supposed to cook that until tender, about 6 to 7 minutes. So that's what we're going to do. It says about 6 or 7 minutes, or until it's slightly brown and tender. So I'm gonna say one of the things I like about HelloFresh so far is that I consider myself a good cook. I'm definitely a good baker, but I'm a pretty decent cook. But I don't use a lot of fancy ingredients. I'm just more simple. As long as it's seasoned and tasty, I'm great. But I see that this is, a little more fancy, but it's easy. So I'm excited about that. It's ingredients that I normally, wouldn't use. So this is exciting. And so far, it has not taken me long. It's very quick. And, the instructions are easy to follow. So we're going to let that cook. And then once that gets, brown and tender, we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so now we're going to add the corn. This is looking so good. And we're going to cook this for about, it said 3 minutes, but I like my stuff kind of well done, so I'll probably cook it longer than that. And it says season. I'm going to season it with salt and some pepper. Alright, so we're going to let that corn cook a little longer. And by the way, the potatoes are in the oven, 450 degrees. It said 20 to 25 minutes. It's about 10 more minutes left on that. So by the time I cook the steak and everything, the potatoes will be ready. We'll be good to go. Alright, so now we're going to season the steak with salt and pepper. Now, I don't know if I mentioned, but I got the 2-person plan. They do have a 4-person plan, so you would get more, of course, protein if you did the 4-person. But it's just me, primarily. My mom is going to be eating 2 tonight, so 2-person will work just fine. So I'm going to liberally salt and pepper this steak. Y'all don't come at me in the comments for how much salt I put on it, because you're supposed to really season beef steak, with a lot of salt. Okay. Some pepper. A good amount of pepper. And you're going to do both sides, because you don't want one-sided tasting beef. You want both sides to taste good. Alright. Alright, so then we can get these in the pan. Alright, so this is how the hash is looking. You can see the kernels got some little caramelization on it. I love that. It says just to put this to the side while you cook the steak. So that's what I'm going to do. And then, you know, the other steps is you toss it with the potatoes and you make this hash. So it sounds really, really interesting. There's also a sauce component, so we'll get into that in a minute. But on to the steak. Alright, we're getting the steak in. This is about medium-high heat. So it says to cook it about 3 to 6 minutes on each side. I like well-done steak, so I'm probably going to do 6 minutes on each side. But you definitely want your pan hot when you put it in there, so that you can get a good sear on it. So we're going to let this cook about 6 minutes on this side, and then we'll flip it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and flip it. Oh wow, look at the caramelization. I feel like a true chef right now, for real. So we're going to let this cook on the other side. And then we'll be making the sauce in this same pan. So all these little good bits and stuff in here will go into the sauce. I think this is going to be really, really delicious. Okay, so the steak is cooked. And now to the same pan, you're going to add the diced onion. And cook that for about 2 to 3 minutes. And scrape the pan, because you want all them good bits in your sauce now. That's where the goodness is. So scrape all that up real good to get that in to your sauce. Okay, so now you're going to add in some chili powder. Now, I like spicy food, but my mom doesn't. So it does say in instructions to go a little easy with it. So I'm not going to put that much in there. That's good enough for me. Stir it around so it can get a little fragrant. Now you're going to add your beef concentrate to the pan. And I just love that everything is just completely measured out for you, so it's very easy. And you're going to add 1/4 cup of water. And you need to let it simmer, reduce by half, for about 2 to 3 minutes. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so I'd say that's about reduced by half. So we're going to test to turn the heat off and then add the sour cream. Okay. And then you want to stir that in. I will say this looks like a nice little restaurant quality sauce to drizzle over your meat. And get a closer look. It looks really good. Okay, so I wanted to show you the potato hash. I added the potatoes to it and I added the lime juice. And so that's ready to go. So the only thing left is the plate. The steak is done and the all the components are done. So I'm going to plate and I'm going to taste it and let you know how it tastes. Alright, so this looks fabulous to me. That's the hash and the steak on the side with the sauce on top. I actually put some sauce on top of my hash too. So now we're going to taste it and see what it tastes like. Alright y'all, so let's see what this is all about. Wow, the steak is very tender, guys. Even with me cooking it well done, it's very tender. Oh wow, that is really really good. I'm telling you, this is like something you would get out the restaurant. So I'm sold on it. I enjoyed making it. It was easy. Y'all, this hash is everything. This sauce is everything. So I encourage y'all to try it. HelloFresh. I mean, my vote is A+. So if you were thinking about it and wavering like I was for a long time, give it a shot. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time.